So welcome to Energy Medicine Yoga. Today we will start standing as we always do in this class. Nice to get our energy up and moving. So let's just anchor through our feet. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Energy Medicine Yoga breath. And for those of you that attended the 2024 intention setting workshop on Monday evening, I want you to bring that intention into your practice. One more breath. Let's come up on the heels, drop them down a little bit, little grounding here. Couple more. Good. Hands come to K27, so collarbone and just tapping here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All energy goes through K27 in the body. Okay, that's kidney meridian, life force. And then we'll come through and tap onto the thymus gland. Okay, you can lightly tap fingers. Tap like I am. I always give her a little bit more, but that's totally up to you. Stimulate the immune system. And then coming into spleen meridian, so right in the side of that bra, just down at the sides, tapping here. And you might find that a little bit tender. That's pretty normal. And shaking it out. Good. Coming underneath the eyes. So just think about where the pupil is. Come underneath. It's a lighter tap here. Could even be a massage. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then shaking that out. All right, same hands, same thigh. One more of each. Good. Brush the hands off. Shake him out. Now coming across in a cross crawl. Okay, energy needs to move, but it needs to move forward and it moves in patterns. Coming across, we can make some big eights with the arms. We can keep it smaller. We can take it around in the circles. Play with what is for you today. And one more of each. Good. Shake that off. Hands come in front of the pubic bone. I'm going to set that intention. Maybe that's the one you set on Monday night. Whatever it is you're working with. Inhale that intention up. Flip the palms at the chin. Exhale, bring it into the field. Inhale it up. Exhale, bring it into the field. Middle finger comes to the belly button, middle finger to the third eye. Press in and up. 3 audible exhales here. Let's take the hand to the top of the head now, right on the crown. I'm going to flip that. Up, flip, 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 flip. One more of each. Good. Shake that out. Breath now transitions into Ujjayi breath. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Bring it up as we come into those Celtic weaves and bring those eights into our energy. One side and bringing it up, turning the other way. Try to cross at the elbows if you can. Bring it up. And then Celtic weave all the way down. So bringing those 8 patterns into our energy. Holding here in our forward fold, we could be using a block. And reaching back through the sits bones, draw the belly lightly, let the heels get a little bit heavier. For those of you who want to hang out here, you can bend your knees, bring your elbows above your knees, and we'll clear the gates. So if you take your hand, move your fingers back, you're going to see some gates. So thumb, first finger comes down, little squeeze off the gate, shake it off. You continue down the other side. Keep going each finger. Some of you might want to drop into squat pose. Okay, so you just really decide what's feeling good for you today. And once you're done that hand, pull it off the fingers and shake it out. Now go to the other side, look for the gates, come down, and pull it off. Okay. You might find you're a little sore in there. Hands hold a lot of energy, and then pulling it off and shaking it off. We'll come into the feet now. So if you lift the toes a little bit, you're going to see similar gaits there. Okay. So some of you will be in squat pose. Some of you will be here in that forward fold. You take the thumb on the top and the index finger underneath, bring it up, squeeze at the end, and you do both feet at the same time. And just pinch it off as you come up between the toes. And shake it out, and then pulling off each of the toe, shaking that out. And right here, trace up spleen. So fingers come onto the big toenails in front of the ankle bone. Massage up so you're on this side of your pant seam. Flare out at the hips, come up to the shoulders and back down. Tapping it out here and shaking it out. Nice. Okay, coming into a chair pose. Okay, you can hold here and twist and open it up. Come into a squat pose, twist, open it up. You really decide where you want to play. Right from here, let's roll the wrists and then make some 8s, bring it all the way down and take it up the other way, twist, roll through the wrists and make some 8s and bring it all the way down. Let's come into Uttanasana. So front forward fold here. Could be using our block. Draw the belly. We want to get the sense that the pelvis is coming up and over the leg bone. Let the heels get nice and heavy here. Jai breath. 2 more. Trace up spleen. Big toenail. Front of the ankle. This side of the pant seam. Right up to the shoulders. Tap it out. Shake it out here. All right, inhale up. We'll do a yin yang meridian clear. Okay, so bring it up. Take the left hand over the right. Down the backs of the arms, around the waist, like you're giving yourself a hug. Unwind here, come down the outside of the thighs. Off the baby toe and shake it out. Inhale it up, coming into the yang side, right over left now. Down the backs of the arms, unwind the arms here, bring it down, come across, down and shaking it out here. Trace up spleen, big toenail, inside of the ankle. Up and tapping it out here. Shake it out. Come right up to the front of your mat. Set your blocks up. Those of you using them, I always like to have them handy, right? I always like to have them. All right. Bringing the arms up. And let's make those eights as we come down. Step the right foot back. For those of you that don't like to be on your shin, you can come into a warrior one here, which we've done many times, and roll through the arm. You can come down on the shin. Okay, making a circle here with that arm 3 times. Bring it up, flick the fingers 3 times. Good, now come into the other side. So that block, come across, twist through the body now. Arm can come behind or open up. Stay with your breath here as we open up through that front line. Open the shoulder, open the energy here in the chest. And one more breath. From here, we come right up into an extended side angle pose. Extended side angle, back foot is at 90 degrees, knee bends. Okay, bring it up and over here. Two more breaths. Last breath, bring yourself down into down dog, or bring yourself down onto all fours, whichever works for you. If you're in down dog, let's snake that dog. So through the waist, through the hips, through the heels. One more breath. Coming onto all fours for a cat cow here. Two more. Back to center. Right. Walk the hands forward. Bring yourself into a down dog and then into a plank pose. From the knees, could be from the forearms, could be from the toes. We'll come into a cobra from here. So knees down, take it down, reach long through your legs, Sphinx or cobra. We'll add a little triple warmer rock here. So just a small movement through the hips. Legs are active as we move the hips a little bit side to side. And taking it down, press into the hands, back up into down dog. So much value in getting our body weight up and off the mat. Few more breaths here. This time, take your other foot forward. So for me, that would be my right. Okay, maybe you're coming into a warrior one. Maybe you're coming down onto your shin. Whatever works for you. Rolling your arm 3 times. Right through the shoulder. Bring it up, flick the fingers 3 times. Now come across. I like to use my block here and Open your arm up. You could be laying across your back. Let that stretch into the back hip. If I was in warrior one, it would be looking like this. Lay where you wish. And one more breath here. Going right into an extended side angle pose. Opening up. Now you can put as much distance between the feet as you wish. Stay with your breath here. Watch this shoulder. You want to keep yourself nice and tall here. Open through the chest. And let's just roll the fingers here. Couple more. And bringing it down. Come into down dog. So reach that leg up. Collarbone gets nice and wide here. Reach through your heels. Let's do a little bit more snake dog here. So waist, hips, heels. Collarbone gets nice and wide. Now add in another element into that down dog next time. Okay. Come down onto your shins. Pat. And we'll add in the WHO sound on the cow. Weaving in the water element here as we are in that season of the water element. Reach it back into child's pose now. You can continue with the WHO sound if you wish. Reaching the arms forward, letting the armpits sink. One more breath here. Right up into down dog. From down dog, you can come in to plank pose, full or from the knee. And you can also come into an upward dog. This is not for everybody. And in that upward dog, the arms get nice and strong. See how my feet switch now to the tops of my feet. And I come into extension here. This is not for everybody. Some of you will be here. Some of you will be here in plank pose. And then regardless of where you are, bring yourself down flat onto your mat. Hands forward. Come into Sphinx or Cobra. And give yourself a little triple warmer rock here. So just a little movement side to side through the hips. Last one. Waiting now, bringing yourself up into down dog. Pressing down through the heels. Activating that lower belly. String between the hip bones. And one more breath here. Walking it forward now into Uttanasana. Front forward fold. We'll take the arms behind now. You can clasp the wrists, the elbows, or interlock the fingers. you don't know how you're going to get here, then don't go there, right? Just hang out in what feels good for you. One more breath. Good. Arms come down. Bend the knees. So we come into the penetrating flow. So chair pose. One hand goes over the other. And start to pull it out. Penetrating flow, joy. Change direction with the hands. Looking in the Ming Meng point here. One more. Now bring the hands forward. Flip them 3 times. And bring them straight up. And exhale. 3 audible exhales. If you wanted to add WHO, you could. The legs stay heavy. Bring the hands to the heart now. Slowly bring yourself up. Hands together in Emi Mudra. So thumb at the sternum, index fingers at that little notch where the collarbone comes together. Elbows open wide. You can open up and extend through the chest. Inhale up. Make some 8s. So down into a squat position. Go through the 5-element flow now, bringing balance and harmony to our energies. So a hand comes below and here. Okay, so you can hang out right here. You drop into squat. Heels don't need to be on the floor. You're only here for 3 breaths. Looking down on the inhale. Exhale, WHO, blowing out the candle. Water element here. Fear into courage. Hands come to the mat. Heels come down. Bend the knees now. And just, it's like you're pulling up weeds from the earth. The sound is SH. Come into the wood element. Inhale, bring it up, drop into the legs. Exhale. Anger into assertive action. Inhale, pulling up those weeds. Exhale, release, letting them go to the earth with the SH sound. One more. Trace up spleen. SH sound. Big toenails inside the ankle. Tapping it out. Shake it out here. Hands come in front. HA, fire element. Anxiety to joy. Inhale, hands come up. 10th of fingers. Exhale, bring them to the crown of the head. Third eye, 10th of fingers. Heart. Fire into the belly. Thumbs at the belly button, open up. 3 audible exhales, HA. Hands come down the fronts of the thighs. Off the feet, shake it out. Trace up spleen, HA. Earth elements. Bring your hands right around and worry into self-love. So just a little rocking here from side to side, giving yourself a much needed hug. The breath is ujjayi. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Thinking about what you need help with. Coming back to center, hands come to the shoulders. Inhale. Hold your breath here, pull down 4 times. What do you need help with? Then bringing it up, exhale, ujjayi. Hands can come onto the inside of the calves, the ankles, or you can stand on your hands. Inhale up, exhale to release. Inhale, pulling up what you need. Exhale, releasing, letting go of what you don't. And release. Inhale, exhale, trace up spleen, ujjayi breath. All the way out. Hands come to the fronts of the thighs, metal. Grief into letting go. Trust. The sound is S. 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 Into human touching divine, opening it up. S. Hands come almost together, but not quite. Upper back bend. Arms come up, full surrender. Inhale here. Exhale, fingers come to yang, lung meridian. So right in between the shoulders, just that little indent, 3 exhales, S sound. Hands come over the heart now. What are you most grateful for at this moment? Into tree pose now. Anchoring into one side. Heel comes up. Just thinking about the side of that hip, drawing it up, slight bend in the knee, little micro bend, grow tall, ujjayi breath, and then just drawing the leg up to what feels good for you. Hands coming to heel of the hand pressing into each other. For some of you, coming up. Look at the horizon, right? Look at the horizon. Breathing here, ujjayi breath. Feel yourself come in and out of balance. Slowly bring it down, anchor into the other side. Again, notice what's happening here at the side of the hip. Draw up, both hip bones face forward. Let this knee come out. Okay, but keep the hips centered, parallel. Heels of the hands press together, elbows reach away. Maybe you hang out here, maybe you come up, maybe you're using a wall. Breath. And slowly bring it down. Inhale up. Let's make some eights now. Down. All the way down here. Let's step back into that down dog. One more breath into plank pose. Whether you're from the knees, from the forearms, just lay where you're at. Any back pain, those knees need to come down. Soften your elbows. One more breath. Bring yourself all the way down. Take your arms now. Bring them to your sides and just float your arms up, reaching your fingers towards the wall behind you. Collarbone gets nice and wide here. Legs nice and strong. Float one leg up. Maybe you're hanging out there for 6 breaths and then you're switching. We'll hold for 12 breaths today. Maybe you're bringing both legs up. Maybe you're peeling the chest. Maybe your forehead's down on the mat or the block. You play with what is for you today. Twelfth breath. Bring the hands forward. Just bring the forehead down now and just rock through the sides of the hips, side to side in a triple warmer rock. Reaching it back into down dog or child's pose. Whatever's feeling good for you. Bringing yourself down into seated. Whatever way feels comfortable for you. Maybe you need to be elevated. Okay, maybe you can sit flat on your mat. Really depends on you. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. As we come into cobbler's pose, and just notice if that's looking like this for you, those hips are feeling pretty tight. Give your leg bones some support. Now, those are big, heavy bones. This will allow those muscles to relax as opposed to having to grip, holding the leg bones up. Okay, so play with what is for you. All right. Let's come just big toe, outside of the big toe. Come over the outside of the ball of the foot, and you'll drop down and just feel that little bit. Okay, just go down off the bone. It's a little softer in there. Okay, 3 fingers are coming in there. Thumb now is going behind the ankle bone into that soft part there. It's the Achilles tendon. Just at the side of the Achilles tendon. And just lean the hands as you exhale. Bringing yourself forward a little bit. Feeling that stretch through the inner thigh, through the low back. Also working on kidney and liver. Two more breaths here. Slowly bring it up. Take your fingers now to the outside of your big toe. So right there. Bring your fingers down. Back of your ankle, make a circle. Your thumb just was. Now you notice your pant seam. I want you to go on the inside, closest to the ground. The inside of that pant seam. Just do some massaging as you're coming up. At the groin, you're going to go straight up to the collarbone, just underneath K27. So we trace that kidney meridian. And then shaking that out. Let's take the legs straight out in front now. Growing nice and tall. Our legs could be in diamond legs. Our knees could be bent, or our legs could be straight out in a nice dancer's leg. Okay, it really is going to depend on those hip flexors for you. So you want to feel like your core is working here as opposed to your hips are gripping. Right? Reach out through the crown of your head, collarbones nice and wide. Your ribs come back in space and they'll want to either come out or go back, but we want them nice and aligned here, really lengthening. Arms come around. We did this in the earth elements. Okay, but this time we'll take the hands into the backs of the arms. One will come around here into that spleen. The other one will come at the back of the arm. Reach back and just twist side to side here. It's called a triple warmer rock. And getting some core work here. You definitely want to be feeling that core. A couple more in each direction. Good, coming back to center, and then slowly take yourself right down on your mat. Okay, you go down on your back. Let's take that right leg long. As we come into a lying twist pose with a gallbladder hold. Okay, so bring the heel to the thigh or the inside of the knee. Come over to one side. Let that leg find the floor. Take your right hand and cup it underneath the back of your right knee. It's not a press, it's just a light hold. Let your left arm come out to the side. If it was challenging for your foot to find the floor, you put a block under that foot, okay? Again, it's a lying twist, right? You're coming across the body. Couple more breaths here. Again, that light cupping hold behind the knee, which is with the opposite hand to the knee. And last breath. Slowly bring it up. And let's go the other way now. Taking the left leg long, bringing the right leg over or other leg over, and then I'm just going to take my hand, cup it in underneath my knee. Maybe I'm going to put a block under my foot. I want to try and keep the back of my right shoulder as heavy as I can on the floor. Breath is now moving into the side ribs. Letting go of any tension that's showing up around the eyes or the jaw. More breath. Slowly bringing it back. And we draw both knees into the chest now. And just let that low back round out. If it feels good for you, bring your forehead up towards your knees. If it doesn't, keep your head on the mat. And one more breath. And then just releasing and relaxing into Shavasana. Let the backs of your shoulders grow heavy. Shavasana, that time where our body integrates work from our practice. Final bit of relaxation before we step into our day. Just allowing the muscles to soften and relax. Letting go just a little bit more. Slowly surface ankles. Relax. Slowly let the head go from side to side. Relax back to center. Bending both of your knees now. Let your knees go side to side or draw them into your chest for some more low back circles, whatever feels good for you. Just slowly rolling it over onto whatever side feels best for you. For a few breaths, as we wake the body up, get yourself up into a seated position, however that feels available to you in whatever way feels good for you. Hands at the heart. Reconnecting with your breath and just noticing now how you're feeling physically, emotionally. Where's the mind at? Spiritually. Being grateful to yourself for taking the time to practice positive self-care, to nurture and nourish your mind, your body, and your spirit. And honoring that place with you and that place in me where we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me.